You just said it. Coach Sweeney just said it. We're all on the same page. I mean, you got to earn it. And that's what he's talking about when you can't anoint somebody too early. I mean, Trevor went through 15 practices and did a great job.
Right.
He's got tons of talent. He is going to be an incredible quarterback. There's no doubt about it. But we do the kids wrong sometimes if we give them a job before they really earn it. Now, he very well could earn it before the first game. I don't know. Kelly has earned it in his performance on the field and in practice and as a leader and with his experience. So he's already earned it. You know, Trevor's in the process of earning that right. And so I think that's how you got to look at it. But he has the opportunity this preseason camp and as the season goes. So I don't know how it's going to end up. I wish I did. I'm excited. I'm as excited as y'all are because I'm excited to watch this thing unravel. Yeah. And the reason why I'm so excited is because I got a great group of guys and that they're all going to contribute in their own way. And so that's what's special.
We know that Kelly can win on the road. We saw that last year, you know. But if Trevor was to win the job, would you have any problem sending him out there at Texas A&M?
I mean, I've seen...
Does he have that kind of demeanor to handle that?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt he has the demeanor of having the poise and confidence in those situations. I don't know if you can ever put yourself in exactly that situation, but the spring game, he had poise, he made big plays, he made plenty of mistakes in the spring game that people don't realize either. Trevor did.
Yeah.
He wasn't perfect by any stretch. None of those guys graded good, by the way. It was not a good day the next day. Nobody knows that until now. But you saw that he has the poise. And then in those games, those big games in high school, ESPN games, you know, he's had this media attention since 10th grade. So he's been able to push things aside that he can't control, and he's done a really good job of that. So I don't think he's not going to ever be perfect, but he's the type of guy that has poise in those big situations, like Kelly does and like Chase does. Chase shows so much poise in a lot of different ways.
And then with Kelly, he had that swag last year.
Yeah.
He did not have that against Alabama. The body language was not good. The body language was not good in the spring game.
Yeah.
How do you get that swag back for that kid?
Well, that's a great question because Kelly, like a lot of quarterbacks, their performance is based on their confidence level, you know, and Kelly learned some things from that Alabama game, and that's one of the biggest things he learned is how to, you're going to make mistakes. You can't have necessarily bad body language or hang your head, even though it's a tough situation. No, he struggled in the Bama game in a couple things. He struggled in the spring game. He missed some receivers, and he doesn't ever miss. So I think, if anything, it was a great learning experience in hindsight that he's able to learn how to handle those situations now. Where, hey, when it goes bad, you got to find a way to bounce back.
Right.
And we do the best we can as coaches to try to help with that, but it's got to come from in here. And he knows that because he is a positive guy, but he hangs on his confidence a lot, and if his confidence is a little bit down, he's got to be able to keep his head up and rally the troops and continue to march forward.
Coach Sweeney mentioned last night that he felt that he could run any of the three quarterbacks out there and win. That puts a lot of pressure on you to have those other two guys ready to go right away. Do you feel the same?
I do. I feel exactly the same. You know, Kelly's already proved it. Trevor's got elite talent. Chase has got elite talent and has grown tremendously in the last year as a redshirt guy, and he proved that in the spring. I saw some tremendous improvement. As young guys, you know, the big thing for them is I'm glad they're going to be able to play early and get them game experience because there's plenty of experiences where I've had with guys where, you know, they're good in practice and then the lights go on and they're not quite as good. I have not seen any signs of that in Trevor or Chase or Ben, but that's what these games will give is they'll give me a lot more of you know, how good can they be in game situations. And so, but as far as their talent and how much they've absorbed and their brains and how smart they are, they can do it.
There's
no
confidence and
confidence,
knowledge of the playbook.
Very good, especially at this age. They're not to where Deshaun was. Like Kelly's just starting to get towards where Deshaun was his senior year. So that's a whole process. So they're not quite there yet, but they're getting there, and they're getting there fast.
What can you say as far as like Trevor coming in as a freshman and where he came in as, you weren't around when Deshaun first came in, but
was
you know
not.
he came in and he had spent 4 years in the same type of offense, same thing Trevor's done.
Yep.
Do you think he's come in better prepared than some kids would in that case?
I think Trevor came in came from a very prepared offense. Matter of fact, it's very similar to our offense. And Joey King and those guys and Michael Bale, those guys did a great job of preparing him. So yes, I think he and Chase really both came in with an unbelievable mindset of big picture and understanding the game of football. Both those guys above and beyond most guys that come in as a freshman. And I'm anxious to see how Ben is. I know Ben learned a lot the last year, his senior year, and he's a smart kid. So I'm excited to see how he is as far as his knowledge of the game coming in, because that's a big part of it. Deshaun came in with a decent amount. I'm not sure if it was as good as Trevor and Chase as far as knowledge of the game, but obviously very, very talented.
Thanks, Coach.